Hey guys, welcome to Backseat Filmmaking. I'm your host Derek, joined once again by my two co-hosts Tanner and Seth. And today the three of us are going to be taking a look at Roofman, written and directed by Derek Cianfrance. Hope you guys enjoy. All right guys, we're back. Roofman today. Got a new movie.
Roofman. Channing Tatum.
America's sweetheart, Channing Tatum is back. Seth, why don't you tell the people at home a little bit about Roofman?
Let's do it. A charismatic criminal, while on the run from the police, hides in a hidden space of a toy store. There, he adopts a new identity and becomes involved with an employee, beginning a relationship as unlikely as it is risky.
Ooh. Fun little synopsis. Fun little movie.
Yeah.
Fun little movie. I was pretty excited about this. I think this was kind of overall my pick, I guess. I kind of, I really want to see this. Seth, I know you've seen Place Beyond the Pines.
Is there
Cianfrance's previous film, one of his previous films. I'm a big fan of that movie. I love his Blue Valentine is also terrific. So I was excited to see, even like I remember the trailers, seeing this looked like fun enough. But then once I saw from the director of, those two movies, I was like, oh, I got to see this. So I was pretty excited about it. But what were you guys thinking coming in? What did you want out of this, I guess?
I just wanted it to have a good story. Like, I knew it was a true story, but I didn't know anything about this. But, I didn't want it to be overly goofy. Sometimes you see Channing Tatum dive into some overly goofy stuff, but this actually had a good story and some heartfelt stuff and some real drama. So yeah, I was down with it.
Tanner, what were you thinking coming in?
I only knew the trailers, and to be honest, I thought it was gonna be a little more goofy too. I thought, I'm surprised with like all the heartfelt stuff. So that actually, that was cool. Yeah, I like that.
I'll say right off the rip, Channing Tatum, that boy can act.
Boy can act.
I'm a big fan of his work. I mean, I think we all are, and he's done a lot of stuff. He thrives in comedy. So yeah, I kind of thought that they would really lean into that. And there are the moments,
he can cry.
But dude, he can cry, man. He's got a lot. Like, man, the guy's just got chops. He's really, really great on screen. I love seeing Channing Tatum and just seeing him crush a role. I think this one, he really brought it. Cast overall, I was pretty excited about, especially Kirsten Dunst. So I was really excited to see her and kind of see how they bounce off each other. And I thought they were really terrific together. Good movie, but I guess we'll kind of talk about the plot a little bit.
Spoilers ahead.
Like you said, it is a true story.
Yeah.
At least I don't know how accurate it is in terms of telling that story, like every little bit or whatever, but based off a true story, which is really wild to me when you think about it. Like this dude breaking out of prison in the first place. Like that's crazy.
Them adding like the actual news from around that time of when that happened, and then like interviewing the actual people involved around there, like seemed to me like they captured who he was.
For sure.
I mean, as much as you can know, like not knowing anything going into this, right?
I think based off of those like real life testimonials, little interviews from people that have interacted with. Yeah, they just like had nothing but good things to say about him, and I was like, oh, that's kind of sweet because that's what the movie paints him as, and I really like that. And I think Channing Tatum, he's like, first of all, really good looking, but he's also like charismatic enough to make you root for him. And that's what the movie's going for. He's not like a bad dude. He does bad things, obviously. And
just trying to provide for his kids.
Yeah. And then he takes on this double life after he breaks out of prison, and he's living in a Toys R Us for 6 months or whatever. And like that, like, it's so crazy. Like this story, like that's like when you hear about something like that, like
Hollywood would throw you out of the room if you brought this across the table.
Right. If it wasn't a real life story. And I think that's something cool to make into a movie.
Well, see, that was part of my thing. It was like hearing that this was a true story. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah. I never heard anything about this. So that was cool. Like getting to see it play out in a dramatic fashion.
Yeah. I like some of the themes that were explored in this movie. Specifically, I know I was talking on the way home just now that like Cianfrance in his previous films, he has these movies where your main characters, they're going like a million miles an hour until they crash. They crash and burn basically. And it seems like that's kind of a theme here too, that I think he does really well. Like it makes you root for this person, but like it's inevitable that these people are gonna, basically come up short in their endeavors.
I had hope.
I also had hope, and that's the thing. He gives you that hope, and it doesn't come because it's. I mean, especially in this particular case, being a real life story. The guy gets caught in the end. Basically, kind of gives himself up a little bit. What were you guys thinking? Like throughout the movie, again, there is the humor, there is the more serious stuff. Do you think it balanced the different tones pretty well, like throughout?
I think that every time humor was used, especially with Channing in the scene, you know, I think that was just a great way of illustrating him as the individual in this chaotic environment that he created for himself. And like what you were saying is getting home the point that, you know, he's not a bad guy. He's just breaking the law.
He's making some bad decisions for sure.
The law.
Yeah. And even down to, you know, how he's nice to the people that he's robbing.
I thought that was kind of cool. It was like you said, if you bring this to a room of you know, Hollywood execs, and it's like it's too sappy almost. It's almost like, oh, the thief with a heart of gold, right? But it's like, well, this is a real life story, and based off those testimonials, that's just how he was. I think Channing Tatum as the pick here for our lead, I thought was interesting because I do think immediately you're kind of rooting for him. I don't know. I think he just has a very likable vibe about him. But he's able to convey the darker stuff underneath, you know, the stuff that he's like really trying to work past, I guess, or maybe even ignore a lot of times. And he feels like a failure. And I guess that's his only way of having any sort of success is through stealing. So
yeah, I like that he was pretty much a fugitive throughout the whole movie. Every time I was expecting someone to like notice him, like, hey, where do I know you from? Type of deal. You know what I'm saying? We didn't get that, which kind of glad about, but I mean, he was hiding most of the time, right? But like, I just thought maybe at that church or what have you, like the scenes where he's just out and about. I thought someone was going to be like, you look familiar, something like that, you know? So I was like, just kind of anticipating something like that. And I was like, dude, you should be hiding. You shouldn't be out right now, man.
Yeah. He's definitely pushing it a little bit.
I thought that was what was so great about the trailers is it shows these moments where you think conflict is about to happen, where I know specifically in the trailer, it has the Red Lobster scene.
Right. Yeah.
And then it has Mitch going into the store.
Yeah.
So I figured the retired law enforcement lady, I don't think it says that she's retired in the trailer. I thought she was going to like press him harder and that was going to be more of a tense moment. But I was like, okay.
He's able to talk his way out of it.
Yeah.
Again, I think the charisma that he has, like he was just able to downplay and they're just like, okay, you know, like whatever. Cute guy. Okay. You know,
Channing Tatum.
And then I thought Mitch, seeing him, I thought Mitch would have been something that he recognized him.
Right.
I wasn't expecting so much movie after that. So
yeah, I know, I totally agree. I think in the trailer, I was initially kind of disappointed with seeing that moment because I thought that's our climax, him getting found out that he'd been living that Toys R Us. That's like towards the end of the movie for sure, but it's nowhere near the climax or anything like that. He still gets out of that situation. I thought that was cool.
How about our boy Lakeith? And
oh man, great, always great,
man. Yeah,
does he ever turn in a bad performance?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
not that I've seen.
Yeah, exactly. He's always good. Not a whole lot of him.
Not a whole lot.
But I think what we get, I mean, he's just solid, man. He's just like you know this guy.
Yeah.
He's always terrific. So always great seeing him. Ben Mendelsohn.
He's always just cool.
And that makes sense that the director, what's his name?
Derek Cianfrance.
See you in France.
I'll see you in the comment section right after you like and subscribe.
Oh.
Heyo. But I was like, you know, this is kind of a small role for old Ben. But knowing that he's worked with him before, he probably was just like, yeah, let's do it.
Cianfrance, from what I understand, not a lot of movies under his belt. Hasn't directed a movie in like 10 years or so. And, you know, with Blue Valentine and Place Beyond the Pines, those are even older. So it's been some time since he's, you know, done this. And in my opinion, he still got it. You know, I thought what he was able to do here was great.
Is this our first 2000s period piece movie?
Oh.
Where everything, you know, there's your Blockbuster. You know,
yeah, like kind of.
There's your old McDonald's.
Would Moneyball count, right? Because that's
but that's that's right. That is
It doesn't really. I guess the time period does kind of play.
Toys R Us.
No, episode. Yeah, what was it? Episode 5? Yeah, episode 5.
I believe.
I think so. Yeah, I thought that was kind of neat. You know, with like the cell phones and the cars and Blockbuster, even how McDonald's, the inside of McDonald's, how it looks and stuff in its heyday.
Yeah,
you know, or
even the Toys R Us.
Yeah,
like it felt like I was back in time.
Oh man, it looked like so much fun. I was like, God, he's living like my childhood dream.
I wanted that Green Goblin shirt.
Oh, dude, I thought that was fire.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, he's eyeballing this. That thing's sick. Yeah, for sure.
That was a good shirt. Even the car salesman, the way he's talking about a '90s car, like golden age of vehicles. You know, it's just funny stuff like like that.
I thought, you know, with the emotional stuff though, you know, back to that, I thought he killed it, man. I thought Channing and Kirsten, dude. I mean,
they both got it.
They brought it home, dude.
They had it.
I think the movie kind of hinged on that. Like, you know, the fun stuff can happen and the story's interesting enough, but then bringing that home, oh boy, man, they were really, really good.
I'm pretty uneducated on Kirsten post Spider-Man.
Okay.
I don't know how much she's been in. I know she's just been in the Civil War.
I was going to ask you, like, you watched that though,
yeah,
right?
those are the newer movies, and I don't remember the last time I'd seen her before that.
Okay.
But I'm glad that she's getting in the action again.
Yeah, you know? I think, man, you said it best, Seth, on the way home. She can cry.
Yeah,
she can cry, and
the way her face, like whatever she's internalizing, the quivering of
like
the cheek.
It's convincing as hell. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Right when you said it, I was like, yeah, dude.
And you know, you could tell that brings it out of Channing too.
For sure.
Not that I don't think Channing couldn't do it on his own, because he did it plenty of times on his, like, especially on the phone.
Right.
He had some great single tear moments.
But you could tell they feed off one
Yes,
another.
no,
Right.
yeah. I thought they're, you know, two people I would never imagine playing a romantic interest with each other.
It's a weird pairing, but they work really well together in the context of the story. There's a movie that he did recently, Blink Twice, came out a couple years ago, little horror movie, and he's like the main villain. But that, I mean, I've seen him in a ton of other stuff too that he's really good in, but that's where I got to see like a lot of Channing do
about
something.
to make a name out of myself.
Yeah, get your gambit for sure. Like the dude he has so much range.
Yeah.
He's
Plays
so much
another
fun.
Jeff.
Yeah.
My name is Jeff.
Right. Had to do it. Had to do it.
It was gonna come up.
I'm not sorry about it.
But he's really great. Seeing him in stuff that I think that allows him to show more of his dramatic range, I thought was really fun, while still staying in his wheelhouse a little bit.
I think his strength, besides being just a charming dude and a handsome guy, is his body language acting. The way he postures himself in situations, what he does with his eyes. And, you know, he's always clenching down on his jaw. And I think he's terrific with that. Yeah,
there's a lot of those kind of small facial expressions that he would make that really kind of sold you on what his character's thinking. I think he does a really good job.
He was selling me like a lot with like his interactions with his daughter at the beginning of the movie, and then also with Lee's kids. Yeah. Like that was like, he just seemed fun like throughout the whole movie, and it worked really good for me.
It's funny because, you know, you're watching A Fugitive and you're like, you know, that's the kind of guy, that's the kind of like dad I want to be. Right? Like, you know, just
it's not stepdad. He's the dad that stepped up.
All
right. Yeah. Even though he's a wanted criminal.
Yeah.
He's a great guy.
He did it for his family, all right?
And also, in case anybody was curious, yes, he is shirtless in the movie. Yes, he still looks great.
Yes, you can see his ass.
Yeah, you get plenty of man ass in here with Channing's ass in particular, but you also see his abs. Looks great. Like, he's still like,
he's got to get fat at some point, right?
I don't think so, dude. This dude apparently always is just chiseled. Like, he looks great. He looks great. I don't know, man. He's just really good in the movie.
They mention it too in the movie when he like
no,
takes
they
off
say
his
it
sweater.
so much that he's like tall, like
big guy.
Yeah, big guy. That's like
for big guy.
and then Lee. Wow, you're really in shape. Yeah. That's so funny because I'm like, hey, you said it, I was thinking it. You know, yeah, he looks great.
I'm just mowing down a large bucket of popcorn.
I got my hot dog and my gallon of soda, and I'm just like, boy, he looks good, man. I'm just
Again, I think I want to propose this question. Every time we do these new movie releases, because by the way, I don't know if we preface this, but we are right off watch. We just got home. I want to ask you guys.
Popcorn.
Still smell like popcorn. I want to ask you guys like who your standout performance was, and it can be Channing, of course. Well, I guess that's maybe too easy because he was great. But so besides Channing, who's your standout?
I think you know my pick. It's Kirsten. She's great. I like, she wasn't like a, you know, surprise pick or anything like that, because I was expecting a lot out of her, and I think she just delivers. She's really good. I think their chemistry is really, really strong. But I think that would be my pick aside from Channing. But Seth, who do you got?
So I mean, outside of Channing, it's just
this movie's tough because it's really only Channing and Kirsten. So you can add Peter in there too as well, but for the most part, it's just them two for the most part. So this is a little bit of a tough question. Like, it's but
no,
curious.
I mean, it's
curious if it wasn't Channing or
I mean, I'm just trying to think of like if anybody is, Laketh is. I mean, he's solid. just like how he always is.
Always is, yeah.
You know, Peter's hamming it up a bit. But,
yeah. It's really playing into like that just douchey boss.
Asshole manager. Yeah.
At a fucking retail store.
You know, I'm going to give a shout out to my man Otis.
Yeah.
You know, I thought he was funny. He was a good
look
relief.
Up that name.
I'm looking him up. I don't know his name. Poor guy.
We're gonna shout you out.
We're gonna shout you out. Backseat Filmmaking gonna shout you out.
Shouting you out.
Yeah. I got something to tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I thought he was great relief, and outside of the big players in this.
Yeah. Emery Cohen, by the way.
Emery Cohen.
I think that's how you say his first name. Apologies.
More is coming your way, my guy.
Absolutely.
Better believe. Yeah, you know, I want to say Lakeith, but the thing is, he wasn't in it a whole lot for me to choose. I guess, you know, again, this question is kind of hard with this particular movie, but I might have to give it a Pearson as well.
Yeah.
I mean, exactly what we've been saying throughout this whole episode, but fantastic. Like that scene at the end when she visits him at in prison.
Oh,
was
yeah.
a great way to end.
Oh,
really
dude, her crying when like her mascara was running.
Yeah,
dude,
yeah.
I was like, damn,
that was a
got me.
Really
got me
perfect
good.
ending, yeah.
That's how I felt in the scene right before that when he gets busted.
Yeah.
And she's just in the car. She's not seeing it go down, but then the balloon floats up into the sky and she's looking at it and she starts to cry. And same thing, her mascara starts to run a little bit. Great crier, man. Like all time
should have been
crier.
in Venezuela.
Should have been in Venezuela.
I love
watching some ball.
I love that, you know, this is a real story. So you're watching a movie, you want to kind of fictionalize it a little bit.
Right.
Yeah, of course.
I just like that the way I'm reading him at the end there is, you know, he's like, what am I going to do in Venezuela?
Right.
Like, I believe that he was like, you know, maybe I've just worked it so good that I can I have this life. This is me. This is the life now. And he convinced himself and he's like, this is what I want.
Yeah.
And, you know, all it took was her saying, I love you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, you know,
it's a great scene.
That's all he wanted.
It's a great scene.
Yeah, I felt like
he scene is so good, man.
I don't know, like, you just don't take the phone with you. you gotta just.
I don't think you just couldn't let go.
I know, yeah, because you bring the phone with you.
You're gonna answer when yeah, for sure.
But that was a great scene of him driving and the phone ringing.
Right, yeah, and him kind of even like debating whether or not he should answer. He pulls over, takes the call, and of course, you know that's gonna break him.
I think we were all saying, definitely me and Frank, when I was like, don't answer it, don't throw it out the window.
Yeah, I thought when it panned out, I thought you were gonna see him toss it over, and then he's turned the turn signal.
Right,
and he's pulling over.
What else we got on Roofman? Ready for scores? Let's do it. Very, very short and sweet here. I'm gonna give this an 8.9. I thought this was a great watch. I think Cianfrance is a great writer, great director. I would love to see more of his work. I hope he keeps making movies. I think this shows that he's still got it, and I think everyone in it is really terrific. Score was actually really good too. There's some bits of piano in there and stuff too. I thought the score was really solid. It was a lot of fun, very sad, very heartwarming too at times. It had it all. 8.9. Go check it out. Like, it's really good. I really enjoyed it. Seth?
Yeah, you know, I think I keep saying this when we were doing these reviews that I think this is a really solid year for movie watching.
Without a doubt.
Love how much we've been in the movies.
Yeah, man.
And I just think this is a movie that just snuck in late October and said, here you go enjoy a Friday night.
Have fun with this.
Go have a good movie watching experience, you know, with how much COVID delayed things and
for sure,
you know, writer's strike and everything. It's nice to have movies being released again that are quality. You can go weekly almost, it feels like.
Yeah, no, there's always something in there, something good.
So with that being said, I don't know why I'm capping this at like an 8.4, maybe just because it didn't blow my socks off.
For sure.
But it absolutely had like no problems for me. I always feel weird about scoring a movie like that.
Yeah.
You know, it's just solid. Just really, I really enjoyed it and glad we watched it.
Nice. Tanner.
Man, I mean, we've said it this whole time, but I had a lot of fun with this. I was curious about the Peter Dinklage portrayal. I don't know if that's a real dude or not.
Yeah.
I just kind of figured they wrote him in there, like, just to kind of give him Jeffrey, like, just something to do while he's in Toys R Us, you know, like, kind of watch over, and then like he's your typical asshole manager. So I was kind of curious about his performance or being in there. I thought it was fun. It was fun to like root against him, you know? Yeah, fun movie. Loved the emotional parts. Again, I think like his connection with his daughter really got to me. Like it like to set the tone for the movie. Like, this guy like really cares for his family, you know, and like it's kind of like the whole point. And yeah, I mean, Channing Tatum keeps wowing me even as he ages.
Yeah.
In fact, ages like wine because he's getting really better. Yeah. I think, you know, we're seeing more stuff, and I want to keep seeing more out of him, doing more stuff like this where he's getting more emotional. And he can. That being said, I was kind of, you know, again, fresh off watch. It's always hard to like.
It's so tough. I know.
Rate these movies, but I mean, you said it. Like we keep getting good ones this year. Like it's like I didn't have any problems with this either, but I think I'm going 8.5 on this one. Nice. I kind of rose it because I think we were talking like even before the shoot, like. What are you giving it? I was kind of juggling around. Like, I honestly kind of don't know. But after this conversation with you guys, kind of like, yeah, it kind of like made me at least bump it up a bit. But 8.5 is what I'm going with.
Very, very good scores.
Yeah.
Very good scores across the board here.
Yeah.
Great movie.
I mean, these are,
very,
go like, watch it.
Very, very solid. Like, again, it's not going to blow your mind, but like, it is very solid.
If you did watch it, what'd you think of the movie? What's your score on the movie? What'd you think? What'd you think? Let us know, man.
I do want to say also, Channing also felt like somebody as we're growing up in adolescence and we're watching the Jump Street version of him. It's like, where does his career go from here?
Right.
And it's cool to see him navigate his way into different areas.
Oh, yeah. I mean, and he's done like every genre out there.
He's Tarantino.
He is in a Tarantino, which is insane. He's in a Tarantino, but he's also like, you know, what is that? White House Down. He's an action. But he back in the day,
I love that movie.
Give a shout out to
Jamie Foxx.
Give a shout out to She's the Man. He's great in that. Amanda Bynes, great little movie. Yeah, I mean, he's done it all.
Yeah.
Step It Up.
I think so. I think you're right. Yeah. Magic Mike. You know, he's done it all. He's done it all, and I think he's always good. Anything I've ever seen him in, he is legitimately great. Can only look forward to more of Channing and hopefully more of Derek Cianfrance. Really, anybody in this movie. You guys got anything else on Roofman?
I don't think so.
That does it. Yeah. Roofman, go check it out. Like Tanner said, please let us know what you guys thought. If you saw it, I'd love to talk about it. You know, really good movie. But I think that'll do it for our review here today. Dean, take us away.
Hey, fans and subscribers of Backseat Filmmaking. Thank you, viewers, for watching. You need to like, subscribe, comment, and generally don't break bad on the comments, all right? Because I'm going to like kick your butt, all right? You don't want the DE after your ass. So do all that and support Backseat Filmmaking.